All right, up next is Alex Kammer from Gamehole Con. No, you need to be talking into that box.
Hello, I was just waving.
Hello. And Stefan Pokorny from Dwarven Forge.
Hello.
It's lovely to see you upright as always.
Well, I'm not always upright.
I know,
now.
but I'm excited to see that this time. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you very much for being on it.
We're honored to be here. And
Yes.
I'm also representing True Dungeon.
We're going to talk about that, absolutely.
So,
But let's talk about Dwarven Forge first. We've been hearing that there's been all sorts of Dungeons and Dragons stuff going on and things like that. So tell us more.
Yes, well, we like D&D, obviously.
It's probably good that you do.
That's
good.
I would say that if what you
A
said...
healthy respect at the very least.
I would think if you said, our
That damn game, why does everyone
exactly.
play that damn
Our
game?
It's hard
modular-
not to like some version of that game.
That's
Oh,
right.
that's true.
Our
There are so
modular
many.
tiles just aren't for people like you. I just think you'd be cutting out a little bit of your
Supposed to
market.
be dollhouses. I don't know why everyone's using them for this crazy game.
I actually do use them for dollhouses. Just so you know.
I know that Trevor may
We're
have
not
put,
against that.
Trevor may have put you together randomly, but this
Every
is.
use you want to use them for.
I really actually.
No judgments.
I really like the pairing of these guests because the first thing we're going
Tiny
to talk
dungeon
about
and true
is
dungeon.
tiny dungeons.
Yeah.
The second is dungeons that are the size of castles. But go ahead. So what's going on here?
Well, first of all, I would like to clarify that I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons since I was 9 or 10. So 3 decades, and I never stopped playing First Edition.
Oh.
So yeah, that's why
You're an Osric guy.
He's hardcore.
I'm old school. I'm still playing AD&D.
Ugh. I mean,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I know, I love
The
it.
non-weapon proficiency tables. and
Yeah,
all that.
Very
sure
simple.
Glad,
Yeah.
sure,
I like
glad armor,
simple.
sure glad armor class is continuing to go that direction.
Yeah.
It's really working out. How's that percentile strength holding up?
I
It's
love
amazing
that.
how often you roll an 18 just to get those percentiles.
Well, I did play 5th edition for somewhat the first time yesterday in, what was that thing?
The
the
D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond live stream. Satine Phoenix and Rudy and a bunch of people were there that I know. Don't remember the names, but they were
Right.
they're from that
Right.
world and good guys.
Like Chris Perkins.
yeah,
and,
Chris
people like
Perkins.
that.
Oh, yes.
You know,
I was-
nobody's
I
really.
was
Don't
gonna
worry
let
about
him-
it.
Bradford, another guy. I think some fake blood was spilt on some of them.
I assume you mean Jeremy Crawford.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Great.
some fake blood was spilled. They.
So it was a Guar concert.
I'm not sure that there was a lot of props being used, masks and blood and glitter and.
Ladies
you
and
know.
gentlemen, we think Dungeons and Dragons is a very healthy activity. It
Yeah.
should not be confused with what Stefan
With a
is
Guar
talking
concert.
about.
We play kind of theatrical Dungeons and
guess
Dragons.
that's
Theatrical.
Very
I played a gnome and I had a blowgun and I actually had a bag of ball bearings that I spilled everywhere.
Nice.
My gnome had lots of tricks, potions, and I had.
But Stefan primarily is an artist, and
Yes.
that's what
well,
he
I mean,
really does.
he's a craftsman.
He does. He
That's
does.
my excuse.
Yes.
Whenever I do strange, crazy things, then they sigh and well, he's an artist.
That's true. I've said that about you many times. I think about it. So leaving aside just briefly the smallest dungeons, let's talk about the largest dungeons. True Dungeon.
Thank you. Yeah. It's so I don't know if you've tried True Dungeon,
I
but
might have a few
Just
times.
once
There you go,
or
there you go.
twice
So
or
as-
all
little
the
bit.
time.
Like maybe was hanging out with Jeff Martin when he said, I don't know, maybe I can make some sort of dungeon.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Jeff does not get the credit he deserves as being a top flight game designer because
he's
what he's
fantastic.
taken basically a D&D light and converted it to a walking D&D experience that is fully immersive with tremendous production
No
value.
question. I mean,
And I'm just in awe of what he does. I walk through, so it's Jeff and Lori Martin and I were the owners of True Dungeon, and so he walked me through on Thursday morning through the new Astral Journey, and I couldn't even believe every 3 months the effects and the experience just ramp up. I can't believe it just keeps going up. It's insane the stuff he comes up
it's
with.
funny because it's like he's always trying to top his competition, but of course there will never be any.
No. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. So if our listeners and viewers don't know, True Dungeon is an experience where you go in, you select a character class, and you get a basically a suit of a giant. What is it? Like a card.
Yeah, you clip it around your neck,
Yeah, yeah.
and it has your character sheet.
Right.
So you can, and a flashlight, because it's dark, because it's a dungeon, so you can look at it and see what your attributes are, and you're confronted with challenges, either combat or puzzles, and you have, depending on what class you pick, you can do things to try to sort out the problem.
And it is not uncommon to encounter a life-size dragon or a massive
I
beholder.
still have nightmares about that beholder. Yeah,
The beholder was a
yeah.
big deal. When we went into the beholder room, what was that? That was like 5?
No, that's only like 3 years.
3 years ago? Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago.
I was just like, oh wow, I've been waiting my whole life for this, and I don't want it.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Run away.
Yeah, it was, but it was great. The technology, the staff, the economic system of the tokens and all that, just an amazing.
And just think about the challenge of trying to balance that out, because people want more tokens,
Yep.
and just so you have power creep in any game, and you try to make sure the game is challenging and fun without getting overwhelmed by the power creep of the tokens, and that's always the challenge. It's amazing.
It's great. So, normally thought of as a Gen Con staple, the True Dungeon expanded to PAX San Antonio,
Yep.
and then Origins.
Yeah.
But you're leaving one very important thing out.
Right. Actually, the first show that we came to is Gamehole Con.
That's right.
So
Hence, and then I enter. So so actually, Gen
I
Con
don't know
is.
if you're looking at me like that far.
because I was gonna get to that.
No.
Because I was gonna say, but on the way.
But it wasn't on the way. It's always been there.
Yes. Oh, I see.
So Gen Con is actually our smallest show, square footage-wise.
Sure, of course.
You know, so it's PAX South, Gamehole Con, Origins, and True Dungeon, which is great for the fans because you can have a circuit. You can go and play your characters more often. So it's worked out really well.
Excellent. And what is coming up at Gamehole Con this year?
We have one of the. I think we have the largest Adventure League hall in the country. It's very big. We have a very big D&D presence. We have a lot of board games, True Dungeon, great special guests, you know, all kinds of stuff. And actually, registration just opened today, and it was insane. We sold all kinds of badges. The growth in the industry is stunning.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Paul has been there.
I was a guest 2 years ago.
Oh,
I think.
that's right,
Yeah,
you were,
they. Just to be clear, treated me as well as I've ever been treated as a guest.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that.
I had an amazing time. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about that convention.
It sounds delightful. I've never been.
In Madison, Wisconsin. It's a nice town, you know. So check it out.
Home of John Koval.
That's right. John is John designs our plushies that we do every year.
Ah.
So we started
every year.
Yeah. So we started with an owl bear. So he does a cute owl bear. We had a cute boulet. Last year we had a cute mimic.
Oh man.
And this year
man.
this year the big reveal is it's a cute Odiug.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, so and they're tremendously popular, and they're all for charity. We sell them, you know, we go to
great.
Extra Life, and
I want all those.
Absolutely, you should.
I want
mean,
all of those.
Yeah.
Now. And so, Stefan, what's big for you going forward? What do you have coming out?
We have another Kickstarter coming July 22nd.
Okay.
Caverns.
Nice.
We're calling it, I don't know, the Under Doom.
Under
Doom,
Under.
I think. Under Doom is
So
the
there's
working name.
So there's Doom above and we're below that?
Doom above and below.
Okay.
It's under the Doom.
Okay.
I think you should stick with Underdoom, I think.
That's
Whatever.
awesome.
That really sells.
I really like it.
I don't know.
Yeah, what's it gonna be in it?
It's going to have a lot of caverns.
Okay. That's
Cavernous.
perfect. I kind of knew that.
Perfect.
Was
We need lots of those.
Grottos, caverns.
So modular pieces that will interact with the of stuff that actually exists. So
Right.
what I
Yes.
saw are bridges that you can build out, like log bridges and things like that. So the existing Dwarven Forge stuff that you have, you can add more to it, which is
Right, that's
which
what I've always
I
loved about it.
appreciate.
Yeah, exactly.
Fully modular and compatible with our older caverns, our older styles, you know. And, the last time we did the caverns, we had Jeff Martin was managing my company.
That's very true.
You know,
Like
so,
I said, it's a fascinating world.
you know,
Very small industry at the end. You know,
Right.
Well, we shout out to Jeff, who we love, and fabulous fellow. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the podcast and talking about dungeons of various sizes. And
big, small, in between.
That's right.
And thank you, and good to see you again, Paul.
Oh, good to see you.
Yes.
All right, Alex and Stefan, thank you so much for being on.
Pleasure.
Great talking
Pleasure.
to you.